never do New Year's resolutions, and I'll tell you why. I'm just going to do it over there. It's because I used to do them, but I never stuck to them because either I couldn't be bothered or I just didn't really want to do them. They were always things like this. I will start running regularly. I will stop drinking alcohol for a while. I will eat homemade muesli for breakfast instead of toast and Marmite. I will shop around more when purchasing things like insurance. I will stop hanging about outside the boy John's new apartment. So now, I never bother. Absolute waste of time. But, and for the sake of this vlog hanging together, I'm going to pretend to be stupendously optimistic and assume that in the coming months, lockdown will be fully lifted and we'll get back to something approaching normality. And when that happens, I want to make good on what I am going to call my lockdown resolutions. Because what the lockdowns have taught me, well, apart from how to use Zoom, that I am not good at baking complex cakes. Tastes okay. That my son is a surprisingly good hairdresser. That I'm lucky to live on a street full of lovely people. That I can wear floppy trousers for weeks at a time and still feel pretty good about it. Is that I just don't do enough stuff. That sounds vague, I know, but in normal times there was loads of stuff that I wanted to do, but I just didn't get round to doing them. And now I can't do them, I miss them and wish I'd done more of them when I could do them. So my lockdown resolutions are all about doing more stuff. Stuff like... First of all, I'm going to go to the cinema more. I used to go to the cinema quite a lot before Leo was about, but I just got out of the habit. And my favourite cinema is the BFI South Bank in London. In fact, it's probably my favourite place in London after QPR's Kye & Prince Foundation Stadium. Ideally, I'd be telling you all this while standing outside it so you could see what it looks like if you've never been there, but not really allowed to travel that far at the moment. I'm still a member there, but my attendance has really dropped off over the years, just because of time issues and stuff, or at least that's what I tell myself. But it's fantastic. They have great retrospectives, they have unusual films, forgotten films, classic films. I just love going there, and I need to start going back more often. So this resolution is that I'm going to go at least once a month, once I'm allowed to go again, plus, ideally, a little trip to the local picture house when I can as well. I also just want to generally take advantage of more of the arts and culture that's available to me in this area and in London generally. Here's an example of something. Last year, Tate Modern had a big exhibition of Andy Warhol's work, and Leo knows a bit about Andy Warhol and said he'd really like to go, and he saw the poster. And I said, sure, of course we can go. It's good culture. And so I thought, right, I'll book some tickets, but I delayed it, and then I delayed it some more. And then when I finally got around to it, it was sold out, and we couldn't go. And I do that kind of thing all the time. There's a comedy festival every summer on the South Bank in London. And I love comedy and I love festivals. I've been to one event at that thing in the 15 or 20 years that it's been running. Every year I think I really must do more of that. It's like cricket as well. I think, I must go and see some more T20 cricket. I've been to one T20 cricket game. Every year I go, I must get that organised and do it, and I just don't. I need to do more of that. Once I've decided that I want to do something, just go ahead and do it. Book it, get it done. I've actually already made strides in this area. It's on a slightly different topic, but the other day my wife took this lovely picture of Leo and Gracie while Leo was doing some guitar practice. I thought, that's brilliant, I want to see that framed. So instead of just thinking, well, I'll do that and then just forgetting about it and never actually doing it, straight away I went online, uploaded it and ordered a nice proper canvas copy of it so we can hang it on the walls. It's a lovely picture, and that is what I'm going to try and continue to do. I have got to make more of an effort to see friends. I've got a really good friend who lives only about 5-minute walk away. We've known each other for 25 years and we are dreadful at meeting up. We've both got family commitments and work commitments and that kind of thing, but we're just awful at saying let's meet on that day at that time. And that's not an isolated case. You know, you just put things off, don't you? You just think, oh, there'll be another time for that, I can meet them next week. And it's just, I just do that too often. And during lockdown, of course, there hasn't been another time. There hasn't been a time where you can just go out and meet your friend for a nice drink. So I need to be much better about making arrangements, and I'm going to do that. I'll tell you what, we need to have more middle-class dinner parties at our house, and to hell with the haters. Recently, I've been learning Romanian. Finally, using the Duolingo app. Duolingo's thing is that you only have to do 10 or 15 minutes a day to learn a new language, and it often throws up a little message that says, what can you do with 15 minutes of social media a day? And I think they have a point. I've pretty much abandoned Facebook now for a number of excellent reasons, and I don't spend too much time scrolling on Instagram, but I do waste a lot of time on Twitter. I say that I stay on there for work reasons, or to publicise this vlog, or to tweet about other projects that I might be doing. But the truth is, I'm not really sure how much impact my tweets have up against the maelstrom of dreck that gets pumped out by Twitter every second. You know, do the tiny benefits that I get from Twitter outweigh the depression that it elicits every time I do some late night doom scrolling? I'm not sure. There are things that I'd really miss on there. You know, lovely old QPR archive, lovely old archive of Tony Hart drawing things. But I think my life would improve immeasurably if I spent less time on it. I did read a really good thread the other day of people reporting positive things that had happened to them on Twitter. People had met life partners, people had met great friends through it, people had found work and work contacts through it. There were even people that said that it had changed their life because it had helped them to diagnose an unusual health condition. But even all those positive stories, I don't think can quite shake off my feeling that most of Twitter is pretty horrendous. I don't need it. I can cut down on it, so I resolved to do so. I'm not counting YouTube as social media, by the way. We've got our own lovely little safe community here, haven't we? I've only had, I think, one downvote in about a year. It's really nice. Please don't use that as a cue to start hilariously downvoting everything. It doesn't make me feel good. So thanks to all of you for making it into this lovely place. I really appreciate it. You're all very refined people with excellent taste and manners. You're also all very, very attractive. Lockdown has also taught me to be more experimental. I mean, look at my hair. I'd have never have done this before lockdown, but now Leo's done his job, I realise it's fine. I can do this kind of thing. And that's why another one of my lockdown resolutions is to start growing my hair long at the back and see if I can bring back the 1980s Australian style mullet. I mean, if I can't pull it off, who can? And I'm also thinking this might be the time to finally take up galloping.